carry. There's just a lot of flex, so it feels quite fine playing with this guy. Another thing I want to note as well is the fact that Zero Tenacity, sure, they've not actually played it for a little while, but they've actually played quite a lot of Pudge this patch as well. 17 games of Pudge in pro games. It's pretty cool. I mean, sure, he is actually pretty useful nowadays, but in my brain, Pudge is always a meme. He's always a meme. He's great fun to watch. If he's really good and he's hitting hooks and he makes the hero look amazing, great, love to see it. If he's crap, he's missing every hooks and he makes the hero look like trash, love to see it. I don't care. There's no losing when you see this hero in your game. I mean, if it's in your team and it's bad, sure, but I love to watch it. It's good fun. Well, the second set of bans coming through, Jakiro being removed there from Oxen Gaming. We'll see if they're going to carry on this trend of banning out supports. Sort of the next favoured support, I suppose, from Zero Tenacity would be their Dark Willow, closely followed by a Disruptor. So not going to touch on over those, and it will actually be going over towards that puck we were mentioning earlier on. Maybe they're, still not too sure if this is going to be a like a mid lane tiny or something like that. So they do just decide to play a little bit safe and get rid of that puck, remove the option there. The Tenacity, they want to decide to get rid of right now. Which should be the Queen of Pain. So taking away a mid laner, which really does quite well against a tiny mid. You just keep your distance, you spam out the shadow strikes. It's very frustrating to deal with. Sure, the tiny will probably still be winning in terms of CS, but the harassment can be extremely frustrating. So they decide to take that one out. Warlock is the hero of choice. Just very defensive in the lane. Solid team fight later on. Fantastic hero. Storm Spirit is going to get snapped up, immediately followed by the Tusk. So mid laner and Pos 4 secured here for Oxen Gaming. We'll probably see their off laner be their last pick of this picking phase. It's nasty. How do they want to respond? I mean, the Tiny is still actually really good against the Storm Spirit mid. Like, Storm is basically a melee hero. His range is that trash that Tiny can actually do quite a lot of damage to him with the tree. You can do it to secure your CS. You're fine with this matchup. So they decide to go for a Shadow Fiend, which I'm going to assume is going to be the carry in this game. There is a very small chance they could decide to swap that for mid if they really wish, but I wouldn't see any reason to do that. Tiny's going to be fine. Let's see what their fourth pick's going to be. Could very well be their off laner. Maybe they still want to try and flex this Tiny to be pos 4. I mean, I wouldn't really see a reason to have it as pos 4. Like, Storm Spirit's going to be hard to catch. The Chen, I guess you could jump in from that position, but I mean, he's always going to creep army around him, so it's sometimes hard to get the toss off. Tusk can easily avoid it with the snowball. Yeah, I'd probably say keep that as the carry. And then decide to go for the bristle. So yeah, that is their position 3 locked in. Would they still be playing this Tiny as the pos 4? I mean, it's very possible. It really is possible here with the way that this draft's going for him. Well, let's see Oxen Gaming. What do they want to grab for their off lane? I mean, it's looking like they're going to be up against the Shadow Fiend Warlock. So, not really a huge amount of kill potential there. Obviously, the Shadow Fiend to really get those early kills wants someone that he can, have some kind of lockdown or slow so he can land those razors and get the kills that way. So, feels like it's going to be quite defensive lane. And Siemens out there is a Tusk already here for Oxen Gaming. They could go for like a very aggressive off laner, just proper get in the face of the Shadow Fiend and try and shut him down in the early parts of this game. And Oxen Gaming, their favorite off laners. Timbersaw is up there. Lycan's up there. Earthshaker's up there. I feel like out of all of them, the Timber might not be so bad, to be honest. Obviously, the razors are going to do quite a lot of damage, but Right clicks would be mitigated by the reactive armor later on because of the armor as well. It's not too bad versus Bristle. Yeah, maybe you could. Yeah, maybe you could see them going for the Timber Saw in this lane. They've always been playing a bit of Tide, but I mean, Tide would definitely bring them a bit of team fight, which they are lacking right now. They also kind of need some more stuns. So far, all they have is the Tusk. And okay, there's stuns, and there's a fantastic combo with the Tusk as well. So yeah, this SF could be killed a few times if he is, caught out of position here. So you have Snowball forwards with the Slardar coming on in, then you have the Greater Bash, then you have the Crush as well. Yeah, there is a lot of disable there, especially with the tag team damage on top of that. SF could be having a bumpy lane, unless, of course, he's just in the right place at the right time every single situation, which, for his own sake, I hope that is going to be the case. Otherwise, could be a very awkward start for Zero Tenacity in this draft. But going on to these final picks, looks like Oxygen Gaming after their POS 1, meanwhile Zero Tenacity, I would say, don't know. I mean, Oxygen Gaming have banned the TB, so I guess they think SF mid, Bristleback off lane with the, Tiny 4, Warlock 5. But it could be mid SF, carry SF, mid Tiny, Bristleback off, Warlock 4, in which case, looking for position 4 hero themselves. I don't think of which pos 4. I mean, Oxen Gaming, they have played, a few games of Hoodwink. Not really that successful. They've only won 1 out of 4 games with it. Oh, sorry, I was trying to think of yeah. For Zero Tenacity, I was it's looking like the wrong damn sheet. Yeah, their Marcy's gone, the Enchantress is gone. Undying? No, 2 5s. They definitely need a 4 right now. Maybe they could do. Maybe they could do something like the Force Lark. I don't know how I feel about that one, but we'll see. Lifestealer is going to be the carry though. So Lifestealer Gem in the safe lane, so far up against the Bristle. So the Lifestealer Bristle is a good matchup for Oxim there for sure. Like it's not going to be too threatened. So imagine Oxim's probably going to grab something that just leave the Bristle lane. They go for the Morphling grab. I mean, okay, is this going to be? The 4-2-3 taking the Morphling, so was a support Tiny at the end of the day. We will see that as the POS 4 paired up with Nefret on the Bristleback. I mean, maybe they could definitely get a few kills on Poison, on this Shen, or it takes like an Avalanche, toss him out of position, with a few of the Quill sprays, back up the damage. They could bring him down there. I feel like the Lifesteal is probably going to be fine in this lane. So you do obviously then have Mirage on the SF and then 4-2-3 playing the Morphling. We'll see how this one goes. Unsure. I definitely feel like the off lane from Oxfam Game is going to do really well. Yeah, the Tusk Slardar is going to be painful. I guess that's why they did decide to swap it around, put the SF into the mid. Because for the exact reasons I was saying, all it'll take is a snowball forward with the Slardar, and there's just way too much damage. The Warlock's not going to help. He's just going to watch and go, huh, okay. And your carry's going to die again and again. But obviously with the Morphling, at least he can just waveform over the shards. He'll get out there, no problems. You can easily see the snowball coming to get the strength morph off. It's a pretty good swap around. I do like it quite a lot. It provides a lot of protection for their safe lane. So we'll see how this one does end up panning out. And again, obviously SF, it's a pretty good matchup versus the Storm Spirit. To be fair, like you've got the superior attack range. Your right click's gonna hurt like hell. The raises are super effective because obviously the Storm Spirit basically being a melee hero, puts him in top of those creeps quite a lot, and then 2 raised connections are very, very easy to land. And yeah, you can just slowly win the harass war that way. Unless there's a serious outplay, I feel like Zero Tenacity's mid is probably going to be winning here. We would jump into the Gingos, but there is a pause to start off. Always a standard connection issue. It happens quite a lot. Yeah, I feel so. Zero Tenacity safe lane. It's not going to win. It's not going to lose. The first going to be stalemate. Maybe we'll see the Warlock die a few times, you know, from that snowball stun grab. So kind of depends on the positioning of C in this game. If he feeds away, he could make it a little bit rocky. But as long as the 4-2-3 is only the one, like, you know, in the front, potentially get snowball, if he can get out of there, I feel like they'll be fine. They'll win their mid. Off lane, the Bristleback versus Tiny. I don't really see them getting too many kills. Again, it kind of comes down to the positioning of the position 5. Like if Poison's out of position, Jeezy can find him, throw him on the Bristleback. They could very well likely get the kill, but A9's going to be A-okay. So, yeah. We'll just see if it's going to be a battle of which position 5 dies first. Because I feel like that is going to be where we'll see first blood. Unless we have like a 5v5 fight or whatever at the very start of the game. Which does happen quite a lot. Let me see. How many smokes do we have here? As we'll jump on in. Obviously, nothing to happen. Everyone's paused. So there is obviously a smoke in the hands of Poison right now. And obviously a smoke as well for C. But I mean, it is just standard. A lot of teams just use the smoke to get to the mid as fast as possible, get that ward down. There might not be anything actually happens with this one, but we can hope. We can really, really hope. Like I was saying earlier on as well, guys, for you guys just tuning in, this is a very, very important series for both of these two teams. Whoever wins this one will be making their way through to the playoffs, where the other is, unfortunately for them, going home, even though they're already home, but you know what I mean. They will not be able to try and compete for that $40,000 prize pool, which is a heck of a lot of money. But we do have a go. Everything sorted. So many Grandmaster, man. It's like, this is crazy. You got Grandmaster tier, Storm Spirit, Morphling, as well as SF. Then you've got Master Tusk and Chen. The lowest is the is this the old Silver Lifestealer? Could that be the crutch in this whole entire draft? A9. The lowest experience on the Lifestealer. Oof. I highly doubt it. I've seen so many pros as well not even have Dota Plus, so it's like they're just bronze tier on everything. It's like, what the hell? You've made thousands in tournaments. Just get goddamn Dota Plus. It's like £2 a month. Who knows? But a smoke. And a smoke response from Zero Tenacity as well. And both teams look like they're just going to try and invade the enemy jungle, wrapping around. Unfortunately for Oxium Gaming, there's not a single person nearby. The only person who could is 423, but he is hugging that tower. Meanwhile, Zero Tenacity with this 3-man hunt through the Radiant jungle, they could very well bump into A9. He still obviously has his own smoke going, so everybody's smokes will break. He just backs away. And that is it. No first blood to be seen. 2 for 2 on the bounties. The most neutral start you could possibly have in a game of Dota. Looks like Jeezy's was enough for it. Just going to try and body block up the creeps. Get their own creeps underneath the Radiant Tower. Obviously forces the lane to naturally push. And see, making sure that A9 doesn't come along and counter block the creeps. So this will eventually put the Lifestealer in an awkward spot. Still no support. Poison just running his way here, not bothering to use the TP, but obviously did need to. Doesn't exactly make any difference. Seems how the creeps already under the tower. He's fine about it. And yeah, I'm assuming that this mid will eventually be a win from Raj, although already Pastil's actually winning this harass war. Obviously, we'll take a couple of levels for Mirage to get put into the raises. And then maybe we'll start to see this power equilibrium shift. But so far, that's still having a great start for himself. That's the way. Let's take a tower hit. Awkward. 4-2-3. Again, for the reason I was saying earlier, gets gone on, but he just waveforms away. He's not really threatened at all. And Catchill's already out of mana. He has been spamming this crush. Well, that was unlucky. You walk into the creeps and a tomato claps you in the face. Rip.
Relax. It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like this game is just going to be a whole lot of farming. Like you can see, pretty much everyone in the CS chart for the cores is all equal. Not really much shifting there. Yeah, C's very careful about his positioning. Obviously, until Zeski even gets, I suppose they could go for it level 2. He has taken tag team level 1, so he won't be able to go for like a snowball shard block. But to be honest, a snowball with tag team and then Catchill's 2 stuns, it's probably enough to kill a warlock anyway this early on. And a free courier. Money. Easy. Easily able to zone out a Chen at this stage. I want to kind of build the Tiny's going to go as well. Maybe the fast blink. Maybe builds more of a utility. Oh my god, Zeski getting another courier. I mean, that's a lot of money to be fair. That's what, 300 gold in total? Doesn't sound like much, but this early on, 300 gold. That could definitely help quite a lot for many, many people. They're really going to be careful about how many curries you just end up sending away. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see any support Helm of the Dominators as well. Obviously, it was slightly nerfed in the last patch. Not a huge amount, to be honest. What was it like? Mana costs increased by 50. You can't dominate a creep that's been attacked by a hero in like the last 3 seconds or something like that. And another one which I can't actually remember, to be honest with you, but doesn't sound like a significant nerf if you were playing in the sport room. Well, Zeski coming on in with this rotation, but unfortunately Shard's way off the mark. They're not going to be able to get a block here, but just his presence alone is going to be enough to secure this water rune for his mid. We'll take it. Meanwhile, Poison actually also comes in and steals the bottom one, so Mirage not going to be getting a refill here. Feels kind of awkward. And we are actually starting to see that slight shift in CS in this mid lane as well. 25-9 to Mirage against the 16-3 of Pastille. So we knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. I mean, obviously, Zeski rotating in from the task definitely find kills. Oh, Jeezy. Maybe an awkward spot as Zeski hunting him down. Poison is here. They have Paseta as well. Pastille even rocking on forwards. One hit. Will actually claim the first blood there for the mid. Got a Pastille's just coming in to secure some creeps and like, oh look, a free kill. That's first blood as well. A lot of money going into their mid laner's hands, which is exactly what Oxfam needed. And it's not the first blood I was expecting. I was assuming it was going to be either Poison or C to die first in this game, but it just did not happen. And see Zeski, he's just completely abandoned his top lane, doesn't give a crap. Now just going to help out with the rest of his team, try and bring down Nefrit. Shard blocking him in a fantastic... Actually, Zeski can't even hit here because of the tree, but it doesn't matter. They'll bring him down either way. Poison getting the credit for this one, and yeah, another very nice kill picked up. But in their mids, it looks like several people rotating in. Pastille's in a very awkward spot. C trying to body block him, but Pastille will be able to slip away. One more raise for the bonus damage. Mirage trying to get close enough. Tree toss. And down he goes. There really is a trade there for Zero Tenacity. They lose their offlaner, but they do take down their new mid, which is very worthwhile. Zeski, nice shards, but the rune spawn's top anyway. Takes a couple of raises. He's trying to run. Mirage is really wanted this kill. It's going to try and hunt him down. There is a snowball ready, of course. One more raise does land. Second raise. Still not enough damage. We'll be able to snowball off towards the neutral creeps. The nice escape there. And to be honest, wastes a lot of time for Mirage. Like a whole entire mid wave that you just missed because of that. So, yeah, very nice move from the Tusk.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I do like the idea as well from Zeski, just to basically completely abandon top. Like, Catchall's going to be able to freely farm. He's not going to be threatened by 4-2-3 on his own, for sure, so he can just do whatever the hell he wants. Obviously, their kill combo is amazing, but against the Morphling, like I was saying earlier, it's just kind of pointless for him to be up here. They'll definitely get much more value rotating around the map. You see, both teams is very comfortable just to sit back and farm, really, this game. Not too many super aggressive moves early on. Mirage going for the Yasha Kaya first item. Quite a standard pickup there for an SF. And actually rotating up towards top, where Zeski will spot him out. I feel like that probably has just saved Catchall's life there, given that information. Yeah, everybody backs out, and it's just more wasted time for Mirage. Wants to keep trying to find these kills, but not gonna get it. Aiming a rune spawning. Oh, Zeski is coming over to try and secure it, but Jeezy cuts him off, secures the kill. Down he goes. Pastil, though, for those few seconds, will be able to grab himself an amplified damage rune, which is a very nice pickup.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Oh. Dib forwards from Pastil. Requiem. Easily dodged there from Pastil, does it forward, but he's used up all of his mana. Has to be careful with everyone. He has a soul rune plus 16 sick charges. Snowball's not about to connect. Ice shards won't lock him in either, but Pastil with the mana resources to carry on running forward. They get the kill regardless. A very nice one indeed. Pastil just going to try and go for this +1 on towards Jeezy. Meanwhile, this was all happening, by the way. Morphling died up top. Very awkward. Oxim. 3 kills across the map with a tier 1 tower going down at the top lane as well. Just huge move happening all at the same time. Definitely catching Zero Tenacity by surprise. Still a less than 1k gold lead though. Kind of surprised it's not higher, but it's still very early on. Nice little stack being found from Pastil though. Drums completed for Poison.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bloods as well up for 4-2-3, so his sustain is pretty much in now. To stay out of the map permanently. Obviously, Catchall could do the damage, but there's not really any way you can be able to kill this Morphling at all. I mean, obviously, they did just manage to get it. Oh, meanwhile, jump on towards the river, drop down the rocks, got the grab on towards Passive, but still tons of mana. He's going to carry on the pursuit. Once it brings down Mirage, they lose Poison, but they do get the all-important SF kill. 2 for 1. Both supports drop there for the mid. So it's not too bad a trade. Pastil, a very ballsy man to keep on fighting like that, but yeah, 2 for 1 chain exchange. The gold and XP do favor Zero Tenacity, but obviously that is their mid laner off the map, not being able to farm. So that is kind of punishing. And to be honest, SF is one of those very momentum-based heroes. Like if you can shut him down, kill him a few times in a row, it definitely takes him a long time to recover. But that being said, he is still up there competing for the top farm core. So I don't think he's too bothered by this outcome whatsoever. Just going to carry on trying to stack up. where this graph's sitting right now. Apparently, Gaben says 52% for Zero Tenacity. Pretty much bang on even. Gold's bang on even as well.
Is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
I didn't actually see if there was any Wisdom Rune steals earlier on. No, there wasn't. Zesky and Jeezy got a Wisdom Rune each, so nothing really too exciting there. Nefrit might have to be a bit careful though. Several heroes around him. Okay, Zesky throwing out the shards, but you can clearly see A9 and Poison not interested going for this one. Instead, they want to invade the triangle area where Mirage did just farm up a stack. He's in danger though. A9 obviously with the rage, just no fear, did a lot of damage. Oh, Poison though gets quite an awkward spot. Nefrit's going to carry on trying to chase after him. They actually toss one of his own creeps on top. He's getting slow, taking a lot of damage. A9 towards Zesky here, good 3-man avalanche, locks him down, he will fall. Pastil also turning up. Aura's punch Nefrit with the squirrels doing tons of damage. Mirage was fake. Oh! A9, that does look like a disconnect. Yeah, he's gone. He was just sat there AFK. Because of the auto attack, he just ran straight into Mirage's face. That's sad. Yeah, that is very, very unfortunate timing. You just get the kill on towards the bristleback. You pretty much, I feel like they all would have been able to retreat safely as well. I mean, Jeezy is coming in for this very nice wraparound, but he only has toss in 3 seconds. Ooh, I don't know. And to be honest, because of this DC, you can see Zesky as well as Pastil have actually turned around. So they want to try and help him out, but he's so low. His rage is on cooldown. Yeah, he is dead. He is just dead. Maybe if he can infest a teammate, that might be able to keep him alive. But Zesky's only like 1 raise away from dying as well. Like the base damage of a raise is 300. Zesky only has 200 HP. He will die from a single raise. Oof, no connection at all. Yeah, that's yeesh, that's unlucky. That's very unlucky. Hopefully for their sake he is able to come back, and we will see if Zero Tenacity are going to have any kind of remorse, any kind of lenience. Maybe they'd be like, okay, this unfortunate, he did this disconnect, they probably would have all run away, maybe we'll just let him live to be good sports. But this is a very important series. Whoever wins this one will be going through forward to the playoffs, so kill him. I don't care, kill him. Take any damn win you can get. It's cutthroat, it's mean, maybe not the best but sportsmanship, but who cares, you know, there's money on the line here. I do hate in-air problems though. Oh, it's the worst feeling in the world. There's like nothing you can do about it. You just die. Hopefully it's not too long of a pause. But we'll have a check to see what items people are coming up. So yeah, Mirage still going for this. Sanj and Kaya. He is about, well, still about 1,000 gold away. 423 going in for the Manta first. Still like 2,500 gold away, so not going to be seeing that anytime soon. Pastil going for the Mage Slayer, or Witchblade, sorry. Which he is also about 600 gold away. Catchall going for the Blink first, which he does actually have enough money for. So we could be seeing that coming out very, very soon. But those are kind of the only item developments there. All the supports are very, very far away from getting any kind of item at all. So not going to be seeing too much spice there. But I think, judging the fact that they've said this could be a long pause, guys, I think we're going to jump over to just a very short break. But as soon as they do return, we will be back for some Dota 2 action. And we'll find out if they're going to let this lifestealer live or not. Who knows? But we'll be back in a bit, guys. Mad. But yeah, there was a long pause. Obviously, it took a long time for A9 to get his internet fixed, but I believe it's all sorted out now. Shouldn't be any more issues. I don't know if he went to an internet cafe or anything like that. They haven't specified, but I assume not. Because that always feels very awkward having to go to an internet cafe. You're in the wrong setup, like nothing's right. Your binds most of the time aren't set up properly. So yeah, hopefully that is not the case for their own sake on the side of Oxim. We will see. We have a smoke move here. Mirage and GZ both heading up towards this top lane where they want to try and find a kill on towards the Slardar. If they possibly can. Actually, never mind, they're going to decide to wrap back around. Maybe invade the triangle. I mean, they did just see Zesky mid. If you want to try and go for free kill onto the sus, they really can't make their minds up. Okay, now they're going to head in towards the triangle area where they will see A9. That's a very difficult kill to get for these two. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Oh, actually, there's an actual invis room for Mirage. He gets right up and close. Oh no, the first race is the wrong direction, but he has enough damage either way to get the kill before he died. What a very timely invis room that was. Gaben on the side of Zero Tenacity this game. And that's just unfortunately a second death in quick succession there for A9. Not what he wanted at all. Shards. Not going on towards C, and Catchall's blink I think was still on cooldown anyway. Not the reveal they really wanted. They couldn't find that kill. They lose their bottom tier 1 tower as well as 4-2-3 is free farming up down there. And you can see now it's up to 2k gold lead. Like this rift is growing quite a lot. 4-2-3, 1600 gold ahead of his counterpart carry. Just from him like dying a couple of times in a row there. Lotus as well picked up here for Nefrit. He's feeling like he's ready to get involved, but this smoke move here from Oxim. They're going to see Rush. Oh, the blink stun. It's off the mark. And to be honest, they should have way more than enough disables to get the job done, and they do. Fantastic kill to find there from Oxim. Get a bit of revenge. Dominating spree as well for Pastille. This Storm Spirit is definitely finding farm, and he's not really that far behind his all his counterparts. Anyway, bigs it forwards. Finding C in the backlines right there. Good avalanche toss. Buying his fellow sports a bit of time, but unfortunately Pastille just have way too many means of regen and mana. Tons of stick charges. The Soul Ring as well coming in clutch.
Dire's middle tower
Just keep looking for kills again and again. Okay. Catchall's just found Jeezy. Not entirely sure what the Tiny was still doing here. He looks pretty dead on my screen. Pastille with another pickup. Fighting back hard here, Oxim. Keeping this game as balanced as they possibly can. And to be honest, between like second and last place in the course, there's only 600 gold separating them at 16 minutes in. Just absolutely nothing. The only difference maker is this Morphling, who is just 2k, basically 2k gold ahead of everybody else. Also free. Now with the Manta completed, TPing mid. Maybe wants to join the rest of his team to try and take down this mid tier 1 tower. That looks like that is going to be the case. Look how quickly it dies, man. Right clicks. Hit him for 260 damage this early on. Disgusting. Blink also now online here for GZ, so extra form of catch. All sides of Zesky. And then look at that, they're in the roast pit. They're actually just going to try and farm this one up. Zesky. Oh, Mirage actually dying up top. That's a really big kill to find. He does drop down. Zesky eventually will get caught. Trying to group him up right now as Oxim's come in here. Catchall is infested up. GC though jumps up towards the high ground. Toss them away from the rest of his team. Playing super cautiously. And Roshan, 3/4 HP. So it's not really super low that they have to take this fight. But it clearly looks like Zero Stats do not want to give this area away. They want to try and take this objective. Catchall though, just hiding in the trees. They want to make the jump if they can. Gets jump immediately on towards Jeezy. The back loads. Rockets drop though, biding his time. Avalanche toss up in the air. Jeezy will lose his life, but A9's trying to run. Pastille goes to the back lines, trying to kill some supports. Fantastic stun again from Catchall, but A9 will still die. It's 2 supports for 1 core. 4-3. Not going to be able to get the grab there.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Again,
attack.
A9 dies. They do get the numbers though, but it's still not enough to force their tenacity away. They're into the Roche pit yet again. They got a tip on towards Mirage though. Snowball forward. TP actually coming in for 4-2-3, but he's not going to get here in time. It's another death on towards this SF. Really is chaining them together right now. And 4-2-3 as well as Nefrit are still in the Roche pit. Now down to below half HP. They've got to be careful right now. Meanwhile, Pastille trying to play around with Jeezy. Constantly zipping on top of this Tiny. They want to try and bring him down. Not enough. Ooh, very ambitious. Snowball forwards here from Zeski. There will be the Lotus Orb that's going to reflect it. And Zeski's probably going to die before it drops. And he will fall. Quick blink out there to avoid Catchel to re-engage. Fight just continues to happen right now. This has been going for a few minutes. Both teams just lingering in this area. Catchel just scouted out Roche's HP, so they know it's pretty low. But they're spreading out. Oxim are they giving this up? Looks like they are. And Zero Tenacity, for what feels like the 4th time, are going to roll into the Roche pit. Catchel still, but they're pinging out on towards Mirage again. This SF has been jumped on by his tier 2 tower. He just can't catch a break. It's like 5 deaths in a row, but obviously it's time bought for the rest of his team. 4-2-3 now with the Aegis in tow. And they're thinking about engaging Nefrit, putting his body forward. 2-man stun jumps in from Catchel, nicely done. There's no Celtic offering. They can't get a huge AoE stun, but still there's so much damage. 4-2-3 just pumping into A3. Will actually infest in towards the Slardar, and they just have to run away. They're not going to be able to get any free pick off there. Couldn't take away the Aegis. They do lose support. It is very threatening. Oh, Catchel. He's got to be careful. Radiance is actually burning onto the G's. They quickly jump on towards the Tiny. All he can do is throw a single toss, which isn't going to make any difference. A 20-minute Tormentor has spawned as well. It's another very important objective, as you can see, Oxim, they've come in en masse to try and grab it. Their Tenacity have already started hitting up the Tormentor though. They should be able to kill it before the fight comes, but they're going to be low. Catchel runs in towards Nefrit. That's the perfect target that they wanted them to initiate onto. 43 and takes a lot of damage here. Pastille just finds the Warlock in the backline. No way to survive this one. Does drop the Celtic offering before he dies though. Try and buy his team a bit of space. 43 turns in towards Catchel. He's trying to go for the kill. They will not be able to bring down the Slardar. He's too damn tanky. Zeski coming in. They've taken down the Bristle. The first life of 4-2-3 is gone as well. He needs some reinforcements as GZ's coming in. Will actually be able to snipe out Catchel, so the Slardar eventually does die. Pastille buying his team time to back away. And what a messy game this has turned into. 30 kills in total at 21 minutes in. Just fights happening non-stop. Mirage was spotted there, but he's able to back out. Yeah, this SF was the top farm core for an extremely long time. He was doing whatever the hell he wanted, but he's just died a few times in a row, and his game has just stagnated a lot as a result. His farm is still fine. It's not like he's at the bottom or anything. But, you know, he's not just that big, scary powerhouse he once was. He feels almost like a distraction for the rest of his team at this stage. Won't take him long to recover if he just focuses on farming there. But still, 4-2-3 is this top scary hero right now. Going in for the Butterfly next, which has up in just 1100 gold. Super quick, on top of like the Vlad's Manta, Wand and Power Treads. Like, absolutely farmed the world right now. Okay, smoke move here from Tenacity. Once again, GZ and Mirage being two to go forward. We'll just bring in the Warlock thing and leave Nefrit out of it. Maybe we just want to try and bait this Bristleback or not make this move too obvious. I'm going to try and just linger around. I mean, Pastille might come into the mid to try and farm this one up. If they see that, they might try and jump him. The Storm Spirit is a very high value kill right now.
Dire are scanning.
It looks like they're just going to try and sit in the trees. 8 out, 4, 2, 3.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's morphing to melt these buildings, man. Mids, GC, jumps forwards, fails to actually get the grab on towards Zeski though, and he just looks like free food. A little bit of a misplay there from the Tiny, does cost him his life, but hey, you know, his time team was able to bring down the tier 2 tower, so And that is now the butterfly completed for the morph. But to be honest, despite the fact that it felt like A9 was dying quite a lot earlier on, like he wasn't really able to sit back and farm, he's still doing a really nice job at keeping relevant. He's only 2k gold behind, all things considered, at this stage from the morphling, and that's not that bad. It really isn't. Like, he's got his Radiance, he's got his Armlet. He has Ags in, what, like 500 gold as well? Which is going to be pretty damn good. You know, I can't remember the Ags interaction with the bristleback. If it always counts that he's hitting the back, or if it always counts he's hitting the front. I actually can't remember. I'll keep my eye out. I'm sure we're going to see it eventually. I kind of think it's the back you hit, right? In which case it's not that good. Another smoke move here from Zero Tenacity. They just saw A9. It's not the easiest kill to find, to be honest with you, but they might try and go for it either way. Avalanche, start things all thrown back in towards the wreck. If he doesn't go complete down to low ground though. A little bit of a misplay there, a little too early, but it doesn't matter. They managed to get the kill on towards C in response. Catchel jumps in, got to grab his one towards C. Both supports of Zero Tenacity dead already. Catchel pops with BKB. He's taken so much physical damage, he dies in seconds either way. Mirage quickly gets brought down once again. It's a 2 versus 4, 4-3 in Nefrit. They're going to do the absolute best. Snowball gets reflected, it's 4-3, dragging up the direction, turning in towards the Slardar for the stuns. Nefrit though, he's getting ran at relentlessly, taking a lot of damage. He will fall, and now is the Morphling against 4. He's trying to shake more up, but there's just not enough in it. And it's a huge victory here for Oxen. They take down 5, all they lose is their Slardar. And all of a sudden, look at that, 5k gold advantage. It's a huge XP swing as well, 7,000 going in their favor. That's the perfect fight. And to be honest, it's all just from the slightly mistimed Avalanche toss into the Rec Room. Like, if the toss was either a little bit sooner or the Rec Room was a tiny bit later, it probably would have been a much, much different fight. Like, A9 would have died instantly, and then I imagine Oxen probably just would have ran away and wouldn't even taken the fight in that regard. But yeah, the Rec Room actually keeping the Lifestealer on the high ground was the worst part. Zeski, he has found Mirage, but the rest of the team just wants to find a free kill on towards C instead. They really are hitting quite the bit of momentum here. Mic problems now. And Oxim just having endless issues with their setup. Oof. But yeah, Zeski with this Sentry Ward he's just placed, it does scout out the Observer Ward placed just behind him, and it's also close enough to scout out the Observer Ward on the high ground as well, so he could get quite a tasty little double Observer Ward pickup here, which feels real damn good. He's got to be careful though. If he blinks up to this high ground to check if there's a ward. Okay, Shards will scout it out. He literally just he ran underneath the Observer Ward and didn't hit it. Mistakes were made. Catchel, is he going to do it? Oh my god, they're all just ignoring the sentry. Okay, there you go, finally. And yeah, Pat still got the other one. Look at that, it's like 400 odd gold. Just got straight to Zeski's hands. So nice. see how fast second Roshan's going to be.
Structures are fortified.
And it's very middle. It's middle time. Minute and a half to go. That still feels super confident right now. 14, 1, and 7 on this Storm Spirit. He's got a fresh 9-second BKB as well. He's got Parasma up in 2,000 gold.
Dire's top tower is under
With another huge, you know, bonus source of damage for himself. Look at 4-2-3 going in for the Diffusal Blade. Oh, Bastille.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
A9 takes down a 3-2 up top. Yeah, this huge like power spike the 4-2-3 once had over everybody else on the map, it's pretty much gone. There's only 300 gold now separating the two carries, which is absolutely
Dire's
nothing.
top tower is under attack.
Doesn't look like we're going to get a fight anytime soon. But what is soon is this Roche. 10 seconds up. There will be a full minute where it's on the dire positioning. But really, that's probably not long enough to actually go for the kill, especially when there's a huge threat of the enemy team just going to attack you while you're in there. Might see a fight in the jungle though. Nefrit going forwards. Does spot Pastille. Plays super carefully, just runs. Both teams just playing as like a pretty much a full 5-man unit. I mean, Oxim's a little bit more spread, but Zero Tenacity, either they're just very afraid of fights coming, or they want to try and actively take a engagement themselves. But obviously, whilst they're doing this, their efficiency is quickly going downhill. It's now 8k here for Oxim.
Dire are scanning.
I believe Oxim also scouted out the Roche, so that's there. Into his rune. Not the most useful one for a Storm Spirit, not gonna lie, so. And wasted another pause here from Oxim. What's going on with these guys? Internet issues, mic issues, toilet breaks. I don't know. I mean, you can see Nefrit's getting a bit. They're all getting a bit edgy about it.
Invisibility.
To be fair, everyone gets annoyed when there's constant pauses going on. In your pubs. Every time. It's not like sitting around waiting. Everyone's here to play Dota. We're here to watch it. Roshan's just moved to the other side. A9 with a freshly completed AC as well. Super duper nice. Both teams smoked up. They're going to the exact same spot here. Gonna be a clash. 4-2-3 gets immediately jumps on tons of damage, but he does get the Mantle of Requiem as well. Buys time. An AoE stun comes on clutch right now. Only SC has dropped. 70 BKBs popped out on the side of Oxim. They can stand their ground. Warlock goes down. Now you can see Oxim are trying to retreat. Catchel, he actually somehow gets that blink off. No idea. Ghost Scepter too strong apparently. That's in full retreat. Zip actually, they managed to find GZ, but with his own Ghost Scepter does avoid this for a long amount of time, but eventually he will fall. Catchel though, he is caught and dies. Once again, a favorable trade there for Zero Tenacity. Trying to hunt for +1. A buyback actually here from Catchel. And immediately you can see Zero Tenacity, they are the ones that just turn around, start running away. They do not want to take this fight again. Pastille jump forwards over towards the SF. He's dead for sure. Another zip in. Now want to try and make a play on towards Nefrit. Buyback comes in for the Tiny this time. So they're getting close to the tier 2 tower. They're going to try to turn GZ with the Avalanche only on towards Catcher, but the focusing on towards Poison instead, but they toss up on towards 4-2-3. They're locking him down. The low sword reflecting the electric vortex there. But Catcher, he dies as a dieback from the Slardar. Dead for 90 seconds right now, 4-2-3. He gets infested into here from A9. Tried to time the Avalanche, doesn't really work out too well, but eventually 4-2-3 will get caught and killed. GZ looks like a dieback of his own. He's dead now for 70 seconds. And it's going to be a +1 on towards C as well. There's no way for the Warlock to live. Items being bought all over the place, but that is a triple kill for A9. Godlike spree as well online for himself. And just such a long, messy fight. Just tons of people dying. Golden XP obviously could be favouring Oxim into this one. I mean, the fight recap doesn't even really take into account the start, the fact that it also died back from Catch and all that sort of stuff. But I believe it was, yeah, 3 for 5 exchange. And this is time for them to just go into the Roche pit, secure up the Aegis, get another bonus advantage here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just give the Aegis over to Pastille, because A9 it's extremely hard to die. But they will just play it safe and put it into the hands of their life stealer. A 10k gold advantage right now here for Oxim. I don't think there's really any items they're even particularly waiting for as well. Like, they could just keep applying pressure.
Under attack. Dire are scanning.
So they're grouping up in the middle a little bit here from Oxim. Get a regen as well for Pastille bottled up, so they might try and start pushing some tier 2s or something like that. They are playing very cautious. Nefrit actually just completing a nullifier, so it does deal with some of those very pesky Ghost Scepters we've been seeing. MKB though online for A9s, and all of a sudden that Butterfly that was picked up for 4-2-3 earlier on was a little bit less impactful. This tier 2 just easily dealt with, nothing Nefrit can do on his own. Only a single tier 2 left at the bot lane. A huge zip actually from Pastille. I mean, he's just found a freebie though towards GZ. He tries to TP away on the tiny, but he gets immediately countered there by the Vortex. He's just dead. 45 seconds he's gone for, and Pastille alongs it forwards to secure the Wisdom Shrine as well. And they also grab their own, which Catchall's going to be able to secure. Just everything seems to be going right for Oxim in this game. Literally everything. And to be honest, once this tier 2's down, I could quite easily see them go high ground. Like, what's the reason not to? You've got Aegis. You've got everything available. It's all off cooldown. All your BKBs are back up. I mean, sure you are, you know, missing your Slardar, but I mean, Catchall could just come on over and join the squad. But they're deciding to play it just really safe. Really, really safe. Obviously, the longer you dilly-dally for, you lose the effectiveness of your Aegis bonus, you know? Like, it's only got 2 minutes left. Feels like they should try and use it whilst they can. I mean, like, if Catchall was close to an item... Okay, I suppose he was actually very close. He's just had Ags completed now. What was it? It just makes like super puddles, right? Increase puddle trail radius by 80%, and then obviously he gets more armor, more HP regen, all that good stuff in it. More stat resistance as well. Feels pretty good. TP to the shrine, big jump force. Pastille's found the grab on towards the tiny. Kelsey just comes out to try and buy his fellow support time, but he dies too quickly. C as well. Not long for this world. The support from the side of the assassin just died too quickly every single engagement. Nefrit, he's meant to be tanky. Look how quickly he drops. Requiem comes on in there for Mirage, trying to buy some time, and unfortunately, BKB was actually on for catch, doesn't do too much. As well, Pastil now, and they turn around 4-2-3. He's separated, he's killed, and they just look for the +1 of Mirage, and it doesn't even matter because GG has already been called. What started off as a pretty good game for Zero Tenacity just quickly fell apart, and they got destroyed again and again and again. And yeah, it just turned into not even looking really close. Every single time a fight happens, Zero Tenacity just got their asses handed to them. So unfortunately for them, it just did turn out how they wanted to. I feel like Past Steelman on this Storm Spirit, just a phenomenal performance. 17, 1, and 16 was his end score. What was his actual damage output as well? I imagine it was quite monstrous. 47.6 thousand damage. Second place was his Lifestealer on 35. So he did 12k more damage than his carry. Very, very firmly top of DPS in that game. And yeah, just so well played, jumping in and out. Very calculated. I like it. That's a fantastic way of playing Storm. Obviously, you know, it's not like he lost mid. Mirage did come out of it just in a slight advantage there on the SF, but they targeted the Shadow Fiend again and again and again. They shut his game down. Mirage all of a sudden went from top to like not far, but he just fell down quite a lot. And like I was saying earlier on, Shadow Fiend is like a momentum-based hero. If you kill him a lot of times in the early game, he feels like he just really falls off the face of the earth. It's so hard for him to actually recover and become a scary hero again. So yeah, just a great, well played game from Oxford. Unfortunately, you know, they did chew for a lot of their pause time with the connection issue from A9 and whatnot. But hopefully, we're not going to have any of those issues going into game number 2, guys, which will be coming up after a short break, and then we shall return to see if Oxim are going to be able to secure that place to go forward to the playoffs here, or if Zero Tenacity are going to be able to push it to a full 3-game series. Only time will tell. We'll see you soon, guys.
Are scanning.
The second time they've dropped the ban towards this Terrorblade. Just really trying to make sure that doesn't make an appearance. So that is the most picked carry for Zero Tenacity for sure. So it does make sense to try to push him out of that comfort zone. Same with the Puck. Puck is their overall most picked hero. So they really just want to try and put them out of their comfort zone as much as they possibly can. Sometimes that is just like the easiest way to get a victory. We'll see if they're going to try and pull something sneaky out the woodwork series of Tenacity. Maybe go for their Pudge. I'd always love to see it, but Ringmaster is here for Oxen Gaming. Surprised we don't see more Kez. You know, he's been added to Captain's Mode now, right? He can be picked, but no one cares about Kez. A little squawker. Sad. I'd like to see him. Always enjoy seeing new heroes coming on into the pro meta. Shadow Demon is going to be the hero of choice. So, you know, Oxen pick up good save mechanic support. Shadow Tenacity respond by picking the exact same themselves. So, very even base drafts so far. And I can never find fault with going for a Shadow Demon pick, to be honest. Like, he always seems really good. He's got offensive spells, he's got defensive spells. He can break people later on as well. Like, he's just great. Very all-round solid support. But we'll probably see a flex hero now. Okay, or literally zero flex. So I was going to say, maybe you could put it in a little bit flex so you could try and say this Shaker could be support, could be core, whatever. But they just full on lock in with the Disruptor. So it is going to be Disruptor 5, Disruptor 4. No, Disruptor 5, Shadow Demon 4, sorry. Shaker most likely going to be in the mid here. Oxen, though, go for the Mars. Could maybe see them go for like a classic Phoenix. Because to be honest, so far on the side of Zero Tenacity, there are 0 egg hitters right now. And you're safe with the fact that Snapfire's not going to come out because the 2 supports are already there. Yeah, I'd say go for it. I mean, Zero Tenacity might just decide to go back in for like a Morphling again because it's a hero that can either, you know, with high attack speed, deal with the egg. You're a natural Manta buyer to purge away the fire spirits. If it doesn't look like the egg's going to pop, you can wave them away. I could definitely see them go down that route. Maybe actually even an Ursa. Because you're going to lay... Actually, yeah, Ursa feels really good right now. Up against the Mars and ET, like, you're going to have a really good time. Unless this is going to be an ET5, but I feel like it'll be the 4. Yeah, I'd say Ursa on the side of Zero Nasty for sure. Unless you just go for a Lifestealer, actually. You're still going to lane well. You'll have the rage to be able to get out of the arena later on. But they decide we don't give a crap about any of that business. Let's just go for the Abba carry. So that's going to be rocking out this time round for 4-2-3. Very interesting to see. So does look like they're off lane last year with Zero Tenacity. Unless, of course, they're actually going to put the Shaker as the 3 and they go for a new mid, considering the matchup with the Queen of Pain. But, I don't know, considering that Zero Tenacity didn't bother banning the Queen of Pain or anything like that, I feel like they were assuming the Shaker would have an awkward matchup like this in the mid, and they're like, yeah, he'll just deal with it. That's the kind of vibe that I get from this. Let's see what the final band's going to be. I mean, it is very, very clear that Oxen Gaming's final pick is going to be the carry, right there. That's just a no-brainer. And they obviously do have the overall last pick of the drafts, which is always a fantastic spot to be in. So I think I always prefer last pick compared to first pick, in my opinion. It feels like you can just get so many more like gotcha moments and just really round out your draft quite well. Medusa is banned. Ember. So they do take away mid. Maybe they're just trying to take away the other viable mid lane options to try and force the Shaker into that role to obviously give the Queen of Pain a really good matchup. That could be the idea there. maybe you could possibly ban the Void. Pretty good at dodging everything that like the Mars and the Queen of Pain want to do, but you go for the Underlord ban instead. So okay, they do, you know, they branch it out a little bit. They touch on both roles, which is fine. One final ban here from Zero Tenacity, take away a carry. That's going to be the TA immediately into the Pangolier. I mean, again, it really could be either one. Like, this could be Pango off, Shaker mid, or Shaker off, Pango mid. I kind of feel like they'll put the Pangolier mid. It's just a slightly better matchup versus the Queen of Pain, in which case it would be Shaker Shadow Demon in the off lane. Going up against Ringmaster and... trying to think what would be a solid matchup in the later parts of the game for the against the ABBA. They played a bit of Troll Warlord on the side of Oxim. I mean, it is awkward though. Like, you pop your Battle Trance, you just get glimpsed away, you get disruptions, you get, you know, Rolling Thunder stunned. Nah, Troll's no good. Troll's no good. What else could they go for? I mean, they played a fair bit of Ursa. Kind of a... Yeah, I mean, Ursa's not too bad. It is a bit frustrating playing against the Abbot, though, against as an Ursa, because, like, he just pops Borrow Time, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, shit, now I just have to run away for, like, 5 seconds. Meanwhile, you've got the Pangolier, you've got the Earthshaker stunning you up, controlling you, stopping you from running away. I may say this is actually something they're lacking, are stuns on the side of Oxim. Like, maybe they go for Sven. Sven is a hero which doesn't mind building into a Silver Edge. The break mechanic against an ABBA is super strong. You just immediately hit him, stun him up, kill him as fast as possible. It'll lane pretty decently. Yeah, I'd say Sven's a solid shout here. I don't know if they actually played too much Sven, or if any, I don't know. Yeah, they only played it once. Did actually lose with it. And there are something like Faceless Void still in the pool as well. Nature's Prophet. Okay. We'll see how this one pans out for A9. I'm a little bit unsure myself. Oh, they're actually playing the ET as the 5 and then Ringmaster as the 4 in this game. Okay. I mean, Nature's Prophet and ET is actually quite strong because the Naturalized Aura, like, A9 would just rip into people. It's quite hard to deal with, to be honest. But obviously, you know, one thing I will say is that the Nature's Prophet doesn't address their lack of stuns issue. Like, they have Sprout, which is obviously not a stun, just big circular tree, which kind of easily dealt with. This may be an issue for them at some point in this game. I mean, also on the side of Zero Tenacity, they're not like bursting with loads themselves. Like, obviously the Shaker's got a lot. Shadow Demon's Disruption, and you've got Kinetic Field, which again is similar to the Sprout, doesn't do too much. And then Rolling Thunder, but that is an ultimate. So I guess like Zero Tenacity just slightly edge in terms of actual crowd control, but not exactly bursting at the seams here. Now, the question of which lineup I'm actually preferring here. I'm just unsure about how this carry Nature's Prophet really plays up into a carry Abaddon. Obviously, Nature's is also a hero that can go for a Silver Edge, which isn't too bad at all. So maybe that's still the play or like the build order they're going to go for in this game. Unsure. But to be honest, just considering how game 1 went, I feel like I'm just going to be leaning towards Oxim here. Like, Zero Tenacity, they had a good start. They found a good few kills. But to be honest, even after getting gifted a lifestealer kill because of like basically lag, it still just crumbled to pieces. Like, Oxim just seemed to be on the same page a bit more. They're doing very well coordinated fights. Pastille was just popping off. So I feel like just using that in general. Yeah, I'm going to be favourite Oxim going into here. Might just be a 2-0 victory. Unless, of course, Zero Tenacity do prove me wrong and they just come bouncing out here and just get a nice win, push it to a full 3-game series. Because obviously, this is an elimination game, guys. Whoever loses this whole series is out of the runnings to try and get to the playoff stage and compete for that $40,000. Very, very important game here. But let's see how it goes down. I'm going for the smoke, heading in the right direction where the entirety of Zero Tenacity actually is as well. They're going for this long wraparound, but to be honest, these in the perfect spot to break these smokes. Nefrit is as well. Yeah, smokes are breaking, and I guess they just have to put an end to it. Poison knows that someone was stood there as well, the way he was walking underneath it. Oh. A smoke from Zero Tenacity immediately foiled there by Pastille, who just casually walks into them. And Pastille, just no fear. The fact that their smokes were broken up on this high ground, he's really playing with fire the way he walks up there, but I guess he's just like, there's not enough disables to actually kill me this part of the game. Like, I can just get blink and go away. Battle for the bounties. 3 going into the hands of Oxim there. A nice start, but obviously an observer ward was just placed right underneath a die observer ward, so yeah, GC gets the freest 100 gold of his life. Now pinging out, there must be a ward on that high ground, but it's actually on the other side. Maybe still damages them. Obviously they wanted to try and block those camps as they are up against an off-lane Shaker. It's like, you get a few stacks, you get your level 6, walk into them, you echo, boom, you just print money.
Calm down.
It's pretty damn good. I feel like this lane, or all the lanes really, might be quite passive. Actually, Zesky taking a lot of damage up top here to C. Does have his Fairy Fires and Stick Charges. Probably going to be forced to use the Fairy Fire, yeah. C does so much damage to him. Very hard for a Ringmaster to actually trade here. And there was like Blood Grenade used and stuff as well. But in terms of kill threat from an Abba and Disruptor in the lane, it's basically non-existent. You'd have to do a serious misplay to die in this situation. Meanwhile, Catchers or Zesky, they could potentially get a few kills, especially on towards C. But to be honest, the way that they're harassing away here, Zero Tenacity do feel very comfortable. We'll see if that stays the same as levels start to apply. Bot lane, I feel like this is just going to be a lot of farm here. Like A9, he should be A-okay. Like obviously there could be like a disruption into like Enchant Totem combo that Zero Tenacity can use to try and find some kills, but if they try and do that on towards A9, Poison can just throw a sleep in there. If they do it on Poison, then A9's just going to be right clicking away on towards Nefra, and actually maybe they could just turn around and get a kill themselves. It could be a very volatile lane. But in the mid, see Pastille up against Mirage here. Once again, Mirage leading in CS 13-1 against Pastille's 9-2. Obviously, Pastille now is level 3, 2 points into Shadow Strike. He start being able to actually hold his own a bit more here. Mirage using this large creep wave to actually apply pressure past the tier 1 tower. There's many rotations that can come in here for people trying to find a kill. Maybe you could see the Disruptor rotate in mid. You know, glimpsing Pastille back into Mirage as he blinks away, something like that. Could be quite nice. There might be a long way away before we actually see many full-on attempts at a first blood in this game. But so far, all 3 cores on the side of Zero Tenacity at the top of the charts. Nefra actually having a fantastic time. 21-7 against just the 9-0 A9. Oh my god. over doubling him up. Basically, he has the same amount of denies as A9 actually has last hits. This Nature's Prophet really struggling. I mean, this is kind of the way it goes when you're up against a Shaker, right? Just tons of damage, very hard to actually CS against. Oh, Jeezy. See up top, getting chased after Zeski. Feel like he's probably going to be okay, just trying to beam to the water room. Does get it. Meanwhile, down bottom, both Jeezy as well as Poison got extremely low. Could have seen either one go down there. Even A9 taking a few hits himself. A lot of action down at this bottom lane. Oh. Queen of Pain jumps underneath the tier 1 tower mid and dies. Mirage just stands his ground. Pastille. That was an extremely greedy play to make that move. And now Zeski looks like he's in danger himself, trying to get kills with Mirage. The Dag actually misses. And C gets the kill for himself. I mean, Mirage might just have to go back to base. There's no water runes to refill his bottle with. There is a bounty, but it's going to be very limited how much that can do. Yeah, he's just going to make the walk all the way back to base. Lucky did just have brown boots delivered. So, a little bit of breathing room there for Pastille to recover after that death.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
4-2-3 and Catchel up top. Super even between these two. 28 and 6 against the 25 and 2. Both just happily farming away, doing whatever the hell they want. I mean, the supports have been rotating out quite a lot, so it's just kind of coming down to a farm wall themselves. Oh, I think Catchel literally just stole one of C's what are they called? Netherworld shards? What the hell it is? I can't remember what it's called. Adstones, so that's the one. Yeah, he just stole one out of the camp. I got Zeski. Maybe in danger, glimpse back. Oh! Rune actually spawns bottom. Zeski can't do anything there. Does end up being a free kill. Anyway, just in terms of CS, Nefrit is just really having a fantastic time. 39 and 10, second place in terms of net worth, just behind his mid laner who has 2 kills and an assist to his name. So I can't really be too surprised there.
It's okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Mirage. Bit of harassment. Drop down the Sonic Wave. Mirage though, with the run front already used, has to just try and run away. Takes a lot of damage. And to be honest, they both force each other's ultimate out of each other. 7-minute Shrine Swarm. Zeski and Jeezy both just grabbed their own respectively for their teams. No field, but there's no way to get this kill. Way too tanky, too close to the tower. Not happening. Oh my lord! Nature's Wrath comes in from the Prophet and just destroys Mirage, who was not expecting that, and Pastille gets the opportunity to drop a tip in response to the one he got earlier on. But to be honest, that's just very hard to, like, you know, predict that was coming his way. Just the power of the Nature's Prophet, man. Getting work done even though you just sat AFK farming in your bot lane. You get an assist. Very nice. 8-minute rune. Will be a shield rune spawning at the bot, so Mirage is going to pick the one. Oh! Jump forwards from Pastille, actually snatched it right in front of their face. They're going to try to ignore the Queen of Pain going on towards Poison, but Mirage has to be careful. He's in a very awkward spot. Fissure actually blocks them all out from each other. Mirage is trying to get himself into the Roche pit. Pastille has to be careful. Shield rune is about to run out. But after all of that, nobody actually going down here. A lot of people turn up to the party, but nothing happens. Oh, Stomp, whip, everything on towards Mirage, just dies. Way too easy to go down, and now Pastil's going to chase off towards C. A9 gets involved as well. Will actually glimpse the Nature's Prophet back. He's like, thanks, bro. Gets a kill, set back to his lane to farm. No problem. Easy peasy. Kind of starting to feel a bit reminiscent to what we saw in game number 1. Like, Zero Tenacity have a good start, they get a few kills, and then all of a sudden Oxim are just ready to take fights themselves and start chaining them together. 1k gold lead. And it felt like not long ago I was saying all 3 calls on the side of Zero Tenacity were top of net worth. Now it's been replaced. It's all 3 on Oxim. I mean, Catcher was at the top, and he has literally just been AFK up there. Not even hinted at wanted to make a rotation for his team. He's like, nah, I'm doing my thing. Okay. Glimpse away, he still drops down the ulti and the spear. A9 though with the cutoff. Should be enough damage to get the kill, 4-2-3. All he can do is run.
Precious bounty.
Thought it was an odd place to drop his ulti, but of course, Nature's Prophet, you've always got a +1. Every time. No mids. Pastil. Once again, caught in a very dangerous spot. Like, seems to get very, very aggressive underneath these towers and ends up throwing his life away there. So a 3 kill streak as well. Fortunately enough for himself, it goes towards Jeezy rather than Mirage, so he'll take it. And actually, yeah, look at the farm of Mirage this game. 3.5k, 500 gold behind second worst. Really not too great for himself. And remember, I wasn't even saying that long ago, he was 2-0-1 in this lane. He was basically at the top net worth himself. And he's just died 2 times in a row and he's now at the bottom. How fickle this game is. A9, what's he building as his first item? I believe he has Maelstrom already completed on this Nature's Prophet, and looks like he's going to go straight in for the Mjolnir as well. Still like 2,500 gold away, mind you, from having the full item completed, but the Maelstrom is definitely going to speed things up. There it is. Always a solid item. Effort though. He's just been left to his own devices for a long time. 000, I believe he has Blink. Yeah, he has Blink. It's on the courier, sat inside the trees just by his tier 1 tower, so he's trying to keep that hidden for as long as he possibly can. Maybe he can use that soon with the rest of his team to try and look for some kills. Yeah, he's going to get it delivered. TP's mid. We want to try and set up for a kill on towards Pastil if possible. 12-minute rune. Will spawn bottom. It's just an invis rune that Jeezy's just going to snap up. Doesn't have to worry about trying to get that over towards his mid lane. Meanwhile, Blink jump forwards is there. They've got the grab on towards Pastil. They even drop the stack sword with the Rolling Thunder. So many ults expended to bring down Pastil. If they can secure the tier 1 tower off this one, it's going to be super worth it. Depends if Oxim are willing to bring numbers to defend. They've got 3 in the area. Catcher obviously being the big one with ultimate ready. And then Nature's Prophet can get involved at a moment's notice. And to be honest, they clear away the creeps. They force them all back. To be honest, it's not that bad for Oxim. It's really not. Like, sure, they do lose their mids. That feels painful, but it's a full 5-man rotation for the enemy team to come there. They use 3 of their big ultimates. No, actually, yeah, 3 of their big ultimates to get the kill, and then they failed to get the tower. I honestly don't believe that was worth their time because A9 was still bottom, free farming away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't think they care about that exchange whatsoever.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Catcher as well. Only 200 gold away from having Blink online. But he's going to feel ready to start making some work happen.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, Blink now online for the Mars. So we could see a move from Oxim come out very soon here. Already doing the smoke.
Radiant
Bringing in poison for it.
scanning.
Actually, no, they're not.
Dire
They're not going to.
are
Never mind.
scanning.
Okay, now he does. Mirage. Ooh! The spear's off the mark. The arena comes on through there. So does the Static Storm. Actually, the Rolling Thunder pushes Zesky out of the arena. A little bit of a misplay there, but he's still going to try and chain them up here with this Rolling Thunder connections. With the Swashbuckler, they bring him down. Back in the river, Catchel completely separated as well.
Dire's bottom tower
The very
is under
unfortunate way to initiate there from Oxim. They lose two, and to be honest, Poison, he's not long for this world either. Surrounded by 4 people. Stomp's not going to do a single thing. Trying to TP, but not going to work. They just throw out the Sonic Wave as well. Just like that, Zero Tenacity. They get 3, they lose nobody. Now they are the ones with the net worth advantage.
Radiant's middle
Exactly
tower
what they
is
wanted
under
here.
attack.
I'm kind of surprised that all their ultis were back off cooldown so soon. But time does fly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I feel like it was all from that one sidestep that Mirage done as well. Like he just stepped back in time to dodge the spear, and then all of a sudden it was just complete decimations. Nothing anyone could have done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, 4-2-3's has been kind of free farming as well. Going in for the very standard Radiance as first item. At the same time, A9, who is actually top farm core, 600 gold ahead of Nefrit. Or 4-2-3, sorry. As I believe the Mjolnir actually completed now, coming out on the courier, which is going to be super nice. And they're lying in wait. Catchel wants to make a jump on towards this Shaker, but Nefrit just so... game sense is phenomenal there. Rather than just trying to set up to get a catapult kill, he goes back, but actually they re-engage. Jump Echo with the creep wave. A9 deleted. They will get the stomp at least on towards Nefrit here. There's a jump, Arena Spear, Rolling Thunder, they're coming through from Raj. Not fast enough to save his fellow core. Even with a TP from the Shadow Demon, they will just accept it for what it is. There's a carry for an offlaner. The trade that Zero Tenacity they'll gladly take. Does obviously cost them the Echo, but it was very well placed. Just as the creep wave was coming by.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The 4-2-3 has seriously just been ignored. 0-0-0 is his scoreline, 155 CS. He'll have his Radiance up in 600 gold, not far at all. Mozeski continuing to stack here on the Ancients. Well, somehow that last stack didn't actually come through, which is kind of unfortunate for himself. A9's just going to happily farm this one up. Blink now online as well for the Pango. A9. BKB is his next item of choice. Obviously it's going to be super valuable. Completely avoiding the Rolling Thunder, avoiding the Shaker, avoiding the Shadow Demon, the Disruptor. Yeah, very high valued item this game. Not really any way of piercing it. Smoking up here, Oxen. 80-minute rune. Ooh, jump forward from Catchel. Arena drops. They just try to take down Jeezy. They do there. The Sonic Wave. Although, there is a nice Fissure placement. They glimpse Catchel back inside the Stack Storm as well. He is just separated and killed. All that for a Shadow Demon. Not worth it at all there for Catchel. Kind of got ahead of himself. But to be honest, the Fissure that came in from Nefrit helped out a lot. It's completely slowed down what the Queen of Pain wanted to do. They'll take it, and immediately Nefrit TPs to the bot lane. Carry on the farm. I mean, he has his Echo available again. Maybe they want to try to look for another kill on towards A9, if they can.
Amazing what you'll find laying around.
Still just about a 2k gold lead. To be honest, it's actually a 71% win probability here in the favour of Zero Tenacity. Gaben really favoured them. I mean, actually, it was 60-40 at minute 0. Like, well, he's liking this draft right now. Right, another smoke given to Tenacity. They go through the twin gate. They head up towards the top side of the map where Catcher is farming. Poison's also come in. Has broken the smoke. He's actually relatively tanky. He's probably going to be fine for this. Although, in comes the Rolling Thunder. They've got the grab on towards Poison. Trying to look for +1 as well onto the Ringmaster, who Zeski has been caught in the back. The 2 free kills onto a support. 20 seconds as well. The Tormentor's up. And I'm assuming Zero Tenacity are just going to linger, wait for this one. Secure a big objective. I mean, to be honest, Arena's back up. Sonic Wave is now back up as well. They probably could take the fight, Oxim, if they wanted. But actually, Zero Tenacity have already bailed out the area. Okay, now they do a U-turn, and they start heading back up there. Okay. Ooh, Cacho! That's a bit of a mistake. One of the big ultimates that you were going to rely on to try and fight this Tormentor has just been kind of wasted for a hero he knew had a Blink Dagger. Mistakes were made. I mean, maybe it would have made a difference. Like, the Tormentor is already going down. Let's see who gets the free shards. Let's see. Turns the Thunder Strike into like landmines, right? Not as good. Much prefer the one where it used to just buff your teammates. Like that was actually worthwhile. It actually had a use. There is now that BKB online here for A9. So he's ready to go. Super rich boy, 13k gold ahead of anybody else, but his other 2 cores are lagging behind a bit. Pastil trying to get his own BKB up, which is going to be huge once you actually get that. 400 gold. It's not really that far, and to be honest, I think Coucher was also completed his BKB. This can actually be a huge timing here for Oxum to look for a fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, he was picking out. A9 was about to take the creep to the bot lane, and he was like picking out, no, please, just let me kill him. I'll have BKB. We can make a play. That's now coming out of the courier. You can see they're all grouping up as well. Smoke's already been used for Oxim. This is the time to play. Underground wall placed. Obviously, I don't think Zeski saw that happen.
Is under attack.
See who they find. Scan out the Roche pit there with the astral projection. Nobody in. I want to try and wrap around, but an Ag's just picked up here for Mirage, and that apparently is going to be Zero Tenacity's time to take a fight. Smoke of their own used, and they themselves are making a beeline for A9 at the top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under
A9
attack.
playing quite carefully. Trying to hug to the side. But here they come, Zero Tenacity. They're going to see him. Can he get his BKB off in time? No. Jump, Echo, Fissure, stun. Everything is there. A9, but he still pops his BKB. But he dies so quickly. Maybe a mistake. Catchall. Do they want to try and take this fight without their carry? It's going to be super risky if they do. Disruption just dropped. Catchall was found. Has to pop his BKB defensively. Obviously, 4-2-3 is not the target to go on. Glimpse. Only on towards Zeski.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not going to be able to get caught. Wheel of Wonder not doing too much. Mirage just finds him in the backlines either way. And Casual now jumps in with the arena. Got the grab up towards C. Disruption holding back past Steel has his own BKB forced to use it. Still taking tons of physical damage though. And he has to back out. So all three 9-second BKBs used for Oxim, but they're all at different times and they all don't really achieve anything. I mean, to be fair, the one on the Queen of Pain probably did just save Pastil's life.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But it's not really the ideal first usage, you know. Quickly fell apart. Meanwhile, Mirage here just gets a free kill on towards Poison.
Dispose of them.
They really are starting to up the ante here. I knew Caster Curse was real. I just knew it was going to happen. Happens all the damn time. Okay, Rolling Thunder. Use on towards Pastil. Mirage gets the vision onto him.
Radiant's middle tower.
Quick start on towards Catcher, but I don't know if they want to take this fight. Okay, 4-2-3. Probably going to be forced to use his ulti. Blink just been bought up as well for Jeezy, so it's always going to be fantastic. Blink saves it from the Shadow Demon. Raj. Ooh, jumps past Catcher. Spear though off the mark. Not going to get a grab on towards the tier 2 tower. I don't know if Catcher really would want that to land anyway. Wouldn't have had much assistance to get a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And this really seems like to be the problem on Oxim. The only person farming right now is A9. Just Catcher as well as Pastil are just not finding the opportunity. Actually, speaking of Pastil, he's been echoed up top onto the creep wave. He's dead for 50 more seconds. They just cannot get a break this game, it looks. 8,000 gold advantage now for Zero Tenacity. And Gaben saying 75 to 25 on the win probably. Well, now online for 4-2-3 as well, so has another means of getting in people's faces. Oh. Looks back on towards Zeski. Arena dropped those backlines. Catcher tries to bring down the supports, but Disruption Save is there to keep C alive. He quickly blinks out himself, no problem. And they just escape as well with the other support. Eventually C does die. A9 had to jump in there with his own BKB. Mirage, ulti used. They're going to try and make this play. There is no magic community left for the Nature's Prophet, so he's just going to get easily controlled and killed. Fantastic game awareness. Know they can go for that one. Okay, Catcher. I feel like without their Natures, it's such a hard kill to go for. I wonder if they're going to have to go for like more status resistance on the side of Oxim or something like that, because these BKBs are just not going to be enough to avoid all these stuns. And actually, Catcher! It gets turned on immediately from Zero Tenacity. 8 to 18 with an 8k gold lead. And now they're just going to roll straight inside the pit as well. The constant stops actually from the astral projections being kind of a nuisance. But eventually Roche will still die. 4-2-3 picking up the Aegis. They struggled like hell to kill this guy once, let alone twice. Down bomb. Poison. Looks pretty dead on my screen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I wonder what the kind of game plan for Oxim is here to try and recover. I mean, A9, to be fair to him, is still the top farmed core, but there's only so much that Nature's Prophet can do as Catcher Seems to die so quickly. Okay, BKB TP out. We'll make it. Meanwhile, Pastille mid, in danger from 43 as well as Mirage. Has to use his BKB defensive. His A9 gets involved. Roll up though from Mirage, easily avoids it. Turns his aggression over towards SE instead. Now 4-2-3. We'll just get pushed back. The Disruptor does go down. It's the first clean trade Oxim has seen in a long time. But that was a couple what was used, plus a BKB charge once again on Queen of Pain. Down to 7 seconds now. Yeah, I much prefer like old BKB, you know, where sure that the duration did go down each use, but the cooldown also went down. So it was like, it wouldn't last as long, but you could use it more frequently. And it was like, it was kind of a good alternative. But I suppose just the way it works now, it's just meant to punish more early BKB buys.
Dire are scared. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
See? Does Glimp Pastille. Just being a nuisance. Maybe he was trying to force the BKB, but obviously it was still on cooldown anyway.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See, literally scouted the ward with the sentry and then just immediately runs away from it. You're down bottom, catch-all. Gotta get a grab onto anybody. Spirit Tenacity coming in en masse, willing to take this fight. With still 2 minutes left as well in this Aegis. Plenty of time for Z10 to actually use it. So they've gone for a smoke, they want to try and wrap around. The scan has actually landed. So you know there are still a few members of Oxim lingering nearby.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tier 2's gone. He now commenced the high ground defense.
Dire's middle tower is
Let's
under
go straight for the tier 3s.
Dire's middle tower.
So you guys have to come back to base to deal with us. Okay, catch-all. Going forwards, pushes back on towards Nephrid, changes focus over towards SC, but gets saved by GT there. It's a very awkward initiation, so I don't think anybody was ready for it, including his own team. Casual gets glimpsed back now into danger. Spear will land, Sonic Wave as well. Just glimpsed on towards 4-2-3. They do actually take down the first life of the Abba. Obviously, that is, though, their offlaner's life gone.
Dire's top tower.
Looks like that's going to be enough, though, to give Z10 a little bit of pause for thought, and they will back away. I mean, that was good damage that Oxy was able to do. And to be fair to them as well, they've actually slowly shrunk this net worth advantage down. Like, it was 10k, I think, at its peak. Now down to 5. But, like, farming-wise, they're doing a good job. But it just depends if that can actually translate into anything, really. I mean, Pastille now with the Ags is super nice. Well, Zeski clips back. And unfortunately, escape pack not too great up against the Nullifier. Jump forwards on towards 1. Poison is dead. It's again support's taken off the map. Gone for quite a while right now. So this tier 2 mid 100% gone. Question is, can Spirit Tenacity do some high ground damage with this?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
4-2-3, certainly going to try by the looks.
Under attack.
Well, Catch-all, maybe trying to get one more item before the next fight comes. Wants it to be a huge scepter, but he's still a couple hundred gold away. I don't know if he's going to get to it. Oh, meanwhile, a grab on towards Pastille. super valuable kill found. He is dead. Meanwhile, Catchel was glimpsed back there from SC, but GC comes on through the disruption to save his fellow support. They really want to try to bring that disruptor if possible. 8-9 getting involved as well. Both of them dead. Does cost life for Zeski, and Catchel still gets bullied down. 8-9 just has to go for the BKB TP away. Even trade in terms of numbers, and I believe for those two, that is actually a favorable like net worth exchange for Roxim, but obviously it's just the easy time for Zeri's to go high ground as a result. Like Mirage 423 and Nefret just easily destroyed these buildings.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom
Barracks down. Oh.
Radiant's bottom
Mirage.
barracks are under attack.
Just jumping him. Try to be a distraction. While 423 finished still taking down the range barracks as well. The entire set gone. Just before people were actually really starting to respawn. But there is so much weight on A9's shoulders right now. Like, the Nature's Prophet really has to just become a demon very soon. Obviously, trying to go for Satanic next, which is going to be a massive, massive help for keeping him sustained in these fights. But he's still at 1,400 gold away, and then he went up for buyback. Meanwhile, fight for the Wisdom Shrine. Pascal was able to grab it. Actually, they turn around. Disruption save is there yet again, keeping SE alive, but the splitter perfectly timed. Now they're going to try and turn around here. Catchel wants to get the grab, and Poison's already died. Zeski's well gets ran over. Lockdown towards 423, but the trap echo there from Nefret lands on towards 2. A9 though pops the BKB, trying to stand his ground. A buyback from Zeski and immediately dead again. Catchel not long for this world, as eventually he forces an ultra kill from Mirage. Poison more back from this, and he's just going to die again. Mirage killed both supports both times, secures himself a rampage, basically off of the same two players. Absolutely disgusting. And now all of a sudden, Oxim are just in a disastrous situation. This is so bad. Both supports die back, Catchel just dies too easy. All they got for their efforts was a damn kill onto a disruptor, which is worth hardly anything. And 43 is going to start taking down buildings, like you see 8-9, I don't know, trying to get the Satanic, I guess. 170 gold, and he has to bank everything on Iron. A buyback saved is not going to be enough to keep them in this game. He's going to TP. He's going to pick it up. Alright. So it feels like they have one real solid fight left in them. As 423's working on the final set of barracks. Everybody's respawning. Mars Arena now back off cooldown as well. They've got to deal with 423. They can't just let him hit these buildings. But the Disruptor now has an axe on top of everything else. There's now nothing that Catchel can do. He's like, guys, I'm just dead. He has buyback. He's going to be forced to use this. 423's going to try and focus on towards the buildings. But GZ dies. 8-9 trying to do some work into the back line. As well as SE will too fall. But the immediate jump as soon as the BKB runs out, Pastel's life is over. He's now dead for 80 seconds, but it's too late to stop Megas. They've already been secured. DC jumps on forwards, Catchel taking a lot of damage from 423. He dies, now down to a 2 versus 4. He's trying to stand his ground, but it's not going to be enough at all. He gets slammed into the dirt, and that is a 1-1 even score drawing right now here from Zero Tenacity. They push this to a full 3-game series, which is exactly what they had to do to try and keep themselves going here in the CCT. So fantastic way of turning this game around. And yeah, just felt like Oxim were up against the wall majority of that game. There was a brief point where they were able to start, you know, bringing the hurt themselves, taking the fights with Zero Tenacity. They just hit a timing and they were doing so much work. And to be honest, I feel like the Shaker was a real, like, linchpin in this draft, in this game right now. Like, he was just doing so much work from Nefret. Sure, his score was actually only 2-1 and 20, so not really any kills, but he just always seemed to get the echo, the right place, right time, good Fissure blocks. And yeah, they just rode that to victory. So phenomenal game number 2 here from Z10. And I don't know, like, it was starting off well for Oxim. like catch on pass steal, they were doing well, but then all of a sudden they were just constantly dying. A few misplays, like Catchall maybe getting a bit too over aggressive at times, thinking we're really far ahead. Let's just go for kills again and again. Every single time he blinks in, he would kill like GZ or SE, for instance, but then he'd just lose his life in return. And yeah, just hemorrhaged money. Like 2-8 and 5 was his end score. So not the best, but we will see what's going to happen in the third game, guys. It is now a best of one to see who can push themselves forward to the playoffs here for the CCT. We're going to jump over to a short break and we shall return. So we'll see you soon, guys.
Are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Attack.
Only the penitent can be.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
You were out of your way.
Radiant tower is under attack.
there is a sort of schedule conflict with something else, and Zero Tenacity can't actually play the third game. So despite the fact that they were able to bounce back in game number 2, get a victory, and try and keep themselves going here in the CCT, the timings didn't actually work out for them in the end, and they've had to, unfortunately for themselves, end up walking away. So that does mean Oxim Gaming do end up getting the forfeit victory 2-1, and they will be pushing themselves into the playoff stage. So we'll have a quick look at the way the groups have ended, just so you guys can know which teams are making it or have actually made it through. Obviously, with Group B, you got Team T going up there. Obviously, these guys actually played really well. E-Spoiled going through. Obviously, their win against Yellow Submarines was the forfeit. That was the series we were supposed to be having next, but unfortunately not. But either way, they have been able to get themselves through to the playoffs to try and compete for the prize money. So we'll see how well they are actually able to perform against the invited teams there. Meanwhile, on Group A, the obviously 2 teams coming through. Runa team, very similar to Team T. These guys have performed pretty damn well. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do in the playoff stage. Meanwhile, Oxim Gaming, they gave us, to be fair, some pretty good games. First game was a fantastic sort of bit of team combination and good amount of teamwork to be able to come back into that one, push it to the second game. It did get handled in the second one, but regardless of that, a little bit of luck on their side, and they've been able to get the victory either way without even having to play it. So they are going to be the other team to try and compete for that prize money. So we'll see how all these guys are able to perform. Obviously, I believe that there is like a 1-day break in between
they're looking all right. At least
Radiant team
fear
ban.
damage. But like Pugna for me in this game at least looks like a huge problem for Mouz that they need to find a way of dealing with. But yeah, I agree to most of what you said. I think that Yellow Submarine, to everything, I think,
10
like honestly,
seconds remaining.
Snap and Lycan
Remaining.
is strong versus Tusk, right? Like you can get out of the shards, you can get out of Sprout as well if Quelling Blade is or Tangos are used. So overall, Snap looks. Overall, for me, Snap is in a really good spot, and then on top of that, it's really good this game as well. And also Bristleback picked into Pugna, but also picked into Void Spirit, right? They're the ones that picked, yeah. So you have a hero that turns you around, which isn't necessarily always the biggest deal, but it does come in handy, you know, like being able to pull Bristleback towards you.
Definitely does, but you kind of want.
Hello. Okay, guys, so here we have a match of Yellow Submarine versus Mouse. Fissure
Radiant team back.
Episode 7.
Dire team back.
And the draft wise, I think so. Like Yellow Submarine and like Snapfire, okay, like main Snapfire and Luna supports. And Word Spirit you have mid. Witches, Dawn Breaker, Dawn is good. Dawn is just base meta.
10 seconds remaining.
Also, I think so they have nerfed in Zulti.
5 seconds remaining.
Earlier, it used to be after 3 seconds of heal, but now they have reduced it to 2 seconds. Then they have BB also though. So maybe Dawn is support. Maybe no idea. Let's see what the final pick is. Let us start and then see. Mouse looks strong. And Mouse also have like the what do we say? The lineup is also Crystallis then. Crystallis is the new carry now.
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Keeper of the light.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Templar Assassin.
You may now select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Rest easy, child. Rest easy, child.
Prepare for battle.
Well.
Who wants cookies? Well, too bad.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
You might never recover.
Fortified.
I see a lot of nothing in your future.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
is on the ground, and we're already looking for more.
Always was a
Radiant's
quick
top
draw.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Invisibility.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Next time, don't be afraid to leave. Our cavorting days is over, Mortimer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has
This
fallen.
one was always mine. This is ours.
That's for me.
Well, well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You've gone green.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Got it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I amplify my impact.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Unstoppable!